You guys, I am going to make my hair. I'm going with my kids actually. We're going to all make our hair today. And there is this conversation that has been going on about natural hair that I would like to jump in. Okay, I would like to jump into that conversation because I feel like all the takes I have been seeing, a lot of people are either being insensitive or senseless or are being dishonest, right? So when they are giving their points, whether they support or they are against it, they are not being honest about what they are saying, or let me just say they are saying their truth, which is not universally true, because I happen to fall into the category of people who know how to do their natural hair, know how to style it, know how to grow it, know how to take care of it, but still do not like to carry the natural hair most times because it is not easy to grow, to style, to maintain. Let's call a spade, because I see people on both sides saying things like, oh, the reason why we don't carry natural hair out is because it's very difficult to maintain, it's very difficult to style, we don't know how to style it. And I don't agree with that, because it is actually, let me not say easy, it's not easy to style, but the problem with most people that say that is that they are trying to get their natural hair to act like Oyibo hair, right? So they are trying to slick down edges, they are trying to do, coily, bouncy, twist, all those twister, all those jelly coil, like they what they call it, all those packing gel, if you want to do packing gel, ponytail, whatever, with your natural hair, all those things. If you try to make your natural hair, act like one A, one B, one C hair, no, one type 1, 2A, 2B, 2C, or you want to make your natural hair act like straight hair, it is going to be very difficult for you to do that, okay? Yeah, and most people that say things like, oh, natural hair doesn't look good, it's not professional, I'm like, please stop lying. This is 2026. Nobody is stopping you from getting any job because you're carrying natural hair. Like, let's stop. We have women that are in upper echelons of the society. We have women who are world leaders. World leaders that are carrying their natural hair. Like, look at Chimamanda, look at all those what's that woman's name? All those Okonjo Iweala, all those women, sha. We have women that are even in fashion, in business, and all of that are carrying natural hair, and nobody is stopping them from doing it. In your workplace, nobody cares about your natural hair. The only reason why they might look at you sideways is if you don't take care of it. And by taking care of it, I don't mean if you don't turn it to like straight hair. I mean if you do not like wash it, maybe your hair is smelling or your hair has lint and all of those things in it. Yes, they might side eye you, but for the most part, majority of the world, nobody really cares about natural hair anymore. In some white countries, they might just look at it funny or be amazed by it, but they are not stopping you from getting a job because your natural hair is unprofessional. In fact, the people who complain about the look of natural hair the most are black women. Okay, they are black women. You guys see my kids hair. My kids have the same hairstyle 90% of the time. Okay, like in fact, 90%, 98% of the time, my kids have the same hairstyle. And when they were even younger, it was worse. When they were younger, especially when they're just like 1 year, 2 years, I just spray the hair with water, do the hair like this, put leave-in conditioner, do the hair like this. Okay, put a band if I feel like it, and they are out the door. But it was always black women. It was always, people around me that would say things like, oh, why don't you go and make your kids' hair? Why your kids' hair not made? Why your kids' hair looking like this? And I'm like, my kids' hair are made. Like, their hair is made. I don't know what you want them to do again. Their hair is made. And that's why my kids have full, long, juicy hair. Because I don't do too much. I don't try to do every time your child is going from one attachment to the other, right? Now, this is no shade to anybody. Like, if it's fine if you can, I mean, it's fine if that's what you want for your child. If you don't really care, that's totally fine. However, do not say you are doing that because natural hair is difficult to carry, or it's not nice, or it's not good looking. That's not true. It's because you have been conditioned to like extra neat hair. My kids' hair, there's someone I go to, Mona and Luce. Oluchi one time that's the owner of Mona and Luchi, right? She was telling me that I'm one of the like unicorns in their salon that bring their child, and I'm always saying, oh, I don't want the hair to be neat, I don't want the hair to be tight, I don't really care. Most moms want every single strand on their children's hair to be picked, and that's okay for those moms, right? But you can't want that, or you can't ask for that, and then you still wonder why your child's hair is not growing. Because newsflash, when they are picking every strand, these hair, the strands are breaking off. It doesn't matter the hairstyle you put it in. When you start picking every strand and making the hair tight and neat, those strands are breaking off. When you are brushing and combing and combing and combing hair so that the hair can align and all the hair can straighten and beneath, those hairs are cutting off. All those crack, 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 crack you're hearing when they're combing hair, it is the hair cutting off. When you are always straightening your hair, blow dry, you're having heat damage. When you wash your hair and it doesn't shrink as much, that is heat damage. Okay, so you have to choose one. You either my point is just be honest about it. Say it with your full chest that I don't care about the natural hair look. I want my child to have sleek hair. I want my child to have extra neat hair. And I understand that this is why my child's hair is not growing. Not because natural hair, it doesn't grow. Natural hair doesn't, it's not like Oyibo hair that grows long. Our hair actually grows at the same pace with Oyibo people's hair. The problem that we have is maintaining the length. It is easier, I will agree, it is easier for them to maintain length because their hair is long and the sebum from their scalp goes down the shaft of their hair and keeps their hair moisturized. And they even produce more sebum than us, okay? I don't know if yes, they do. Well, I don't know about sebum production, but I know that they are naturally more moisturized than us, okay? They have more sebum than us. I don't know, yeah, whatever. Anyway, the point is that their hair stays moisturized for longer because their strands are long and straight and the sebum from their scalp good. That's why 2-3 days their hair becomes greasy, they have to go and wash their hair again. Unlike us that 2-3 days our hair becomes dry, we have to now artificially re-moisturize our hair all the time. If not, your hair will cut off, and you cannot moisturize your hair properly when your hair is in protective styles, is in cornrows, is in attachments, is in wigs, is in that, is in sew-ins. You cannot effectively moisturize or cleanse or wash your hair or whatever, right? So the point is that don't say it's because natural hair does not grow. Don't say it's because natural hair does not grow long. Don't say it's because natural hair does not look neat. Just accept that it's because that's not your aesthetics, okay? And that's totally fine. Okay, so yeah, for me personally, when I even watch all these videos of salons that show very neat hairstyles, I appreciate it for what it is. But on atakasimanya, it irritates my eyes when I see, especially children, when they make extra neat hair on children. On atakasimanya is a me thing. I'm not saying that it should be irritating to you, but it's a me thing because I have my own issues that I am using to. It's from that lens I'm judging the hair, right? So my own issues is that I have sensitive scalp, very sensitive scalp. I have scalp issues as well. I don't have in Jesus' name. Don't say I have. I don't have, but my scalp can be sensitive. My scalp can be what is it, seborrheic dermatitis prone or psoriasis prone, right? I don't know which one, but I think my trichologist Oluchi said it was seborrheic dermatitis. Okay. Anyway, so because I have that and I also have KORA's 4C kinky texture. You guys look at my hair. This is not dreads. This is not dreads. This is normal twists. This is not dreads. I've already packed my hair, but you guys would have seen it. This is not dreads. This is just normal twists, right? So I have very coarse 4C kinky hair and I now have sensitive scalp, right? So those two things do not match. Like my texture and my scalp are fighting each other, right? I also get inflamed. My scalp also gets inflamed, and this inflammation leads to more pain when I'm dealing with my natural hair, and also leads to hair loss. Like I can literally tell you when my edges are about to go. I have some edges now, right? I have some edges now. But whenever I get that inflammation, I can just tell you that the next hair wash day or whatever, you will see that most of my edges are gone. So those are things I'm still trying to deal with. They're now under control because the trichologist, Oluchi, has been helping me with it, okay? So she has been, treating my hair and all of that, even using herbs and all those things, right? So it's now under control, but it's lifestyle change, stress, things like that, you see my scalp will just get inflamed. So because of how my scalp is and how I feel when they're making my hair, when I see other kids that they're making their hair so neat, I don't get it. Like it just I find it hard to reconcile the fact that, and again, my 3 kids as well, 2 of them have, same sensitive scalp. Okay, so KORA is tender-headed, although KORA's texture is, I think KORA has like 4B, some 4C hair, but her hair is mostly 4B, right? And she's tender-headed. SOPHIA, on the other hand, is my texture. Like SOPHIA said, there's no space. Like her hair is full and thick and, very, very coarse, very, very coily, right? So I think SOPHIA has 4C. Not I think she has 4C hair, and her scalp is also tender. In fact, her scalp squeezes like my own scalp. She's kind of scalp that if you do like thread on it, if you're not careful, headache, you're going to injure the person's scalp because our scalp squeeze. So even when I pack her hair, I have to pack her hair very loosely. If not, you just see folds in her scalp, right? Ava has 4A, 4B hair, but Ava's hair strands, I think Ava actually has 4B, but Ava's hair strands are very fine, right? But her scalp is not tender. So because her scalp is not tender and she has very fine strands, her hair does not grow as long as her sister's hair. Okay, because when you go to salon and they're making the hair and you're not complaining, you're not crying, they come and they go. You know, at least this new salon now, they're trying. Her hair has been okay. It hasn't grown much longer, but her hair is okay, right? To be honest, when I take care of my kids' hair, their hair grows the longest when I take care of it, right? And the other day, Kaora was telling me that, oh, she remembers when we first went to natural hair salon when we came back to Nigeria, how they were screaming and crying because they are used to when I'm making their hair, we'll be gisting, we'll be laughing, we'll be eating, we'll be watching TV, some even be sleeping off and things like that. Only for you to now go to somewhere where when you just try to press something, you try to just play one game on your laptop, they just do crank. That's what she was saying. You just hear crank, they'll just crack, comb your hair. So whenever I take care of my kids' hair, even Ava's hair, it grows longer than normal, right? But I'm fine with how their hair is being taken care of right now. Like I can't come and keep myself, okay? I'm fine with it. Anyway, so all that to say that when I see people who say things like, oh, natural hair doesn't grow, natural hair, or it's genetics, is this, that, is a lie, my sister. Now, no one just take care of your hair or your child's hair, okay? It's not genetics. Yes, genetics has a little role to play, very tiny role to play, very tiny role to play, because whenever we go to nonsense salons and other people do my kids' hair, their hair cuts. When I do their hair grows. So it's genetics has a role to play, but how you maintain the hair is the problem. So just agree that now you dey spoil your pikin hair because you want your child to have very neat, and that kind of aesthetics, long hair, straight hair, all those kind of things. That's what you want. Even relaxing of hair, that's what you want. Not because the hair cannot be taken care of, okay? It's because that's your aesthetics. Now let's go over to the other side, and that's people who say things like, oh, the reason why you don't carry your natural hair out is because you don't know how to take care of your natural hair. Natural hair is actually easy to take care of. Natural hair is actually easy to style. Natural hair is actually easy to maintain. Now sabi maintain them, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, hold up, sister, rest, okay? Now that might be true for a lot of people, but it's not true in all cases, okay? Look at me, for example. Like I told you, you guys have seen me now. I've grown Kora's hair. Somebody asked me in my last video what happened to Kora's hair because I text-lashed it at some point. Yes, out of frustration, the child was always crying. She has tender scalp, and I was spending, if I didn't want her to, cry or be uncomfortable, I would spend the whole day making her hair. Like literally the whole day. I wake up in the morning around 8 o'clock, start washing, start doing this or start doing that one. By the time, in fact, sometimes it spills into the next day. I might finish washing one day because I have other things to do in between. Then the next day I'll make the hair. So I was getting frustrated. And when I now try to do her hair quickly, not even in a hurry, or not even like normal salon, just quickly. By quickly, I mean maybe finish everything in one day. She'll be crying. She'll be, crying. Then she'll just fight. I think she was about to turn 5. She'll be crying like somebody's using knife to choke her hair. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go and text-lax this hair, right? So I text-laxed the hair and I quickly regretted it. Like, I won't even say I quickly regretted it, but I was over it because after I text-laxed her hair and then I wanted to transition back, I noticed that she wasn't even disturbing for the hair as much as before. Like, she wasn't really as cranky. So I think that if I had just waited it out and she had maybe turned 6, right? Because at 5, it's like around that age was when it was worse. But I feel like if I had just allowed her, we had just continued until she turned 6, I wouldn't have been pushed to text-lax her hair, okay? But when I text-laxed Kora's hair was getting to below bra strap, her bra strap. That's where Kora's hair got to, right? And now her hair has grown almost down to that length again. Mind you, we cut her hair. If you guys watch my videos in June of 2023, we actually cut Kora's hair. We had to transition her back to natural hair. And we cut her hair. In fact, we didn't even transition for long because it was very difficult to maintain straight hair. So I just told them, just cut it, okay? She carried short hair for a long time. I don't know if you guys saw it, or were paying attention at that point. She carried short hair and now the hair has grown long back, okay? And mind you, when I was in the UK, I was the one doing her hair. That was because we left 2023, came back last year. I was not doing her hair. So her hair, I grew her hair for the most part to that length again. Now her hair is like almost at bra strap length, or even at bra strap length at this point. No, it's not yet there, but I think it's almost at bra strap length. This is just like 2 years after, right? Or going to 3 years. Anyway, so the point is that it's not that I don't know how to take care of my children's hair. I know how to take care of my children's hair. And I don't care about, neat hair, or making the hair act like a bow hair, or making the hair look like whatever. I don't care. My own is, once you wash your hair, moisturize it, put it in twists, we are good to go. Even when they go to school, we just brush edges and we are good to go. Even that brushing of edges, we don't add products to keep the edges. We brush the edges. If the edges decide to spiral back before you leave the door, okay, good and fine. Carry your hair and go. So I know how to do my own hair as well. If I decide to make my hair my job, my business, I will open natural hair channel. Okay, I will open natural hair channel because my natural hair, if I take care of it and I treat my scalp very well and I don't have all this inflammation and stuff, my natural hair is just kind of hair that people used to see and be like, oh wow. Yes, that's what natural hair is, even though it's like kinky 4C, like the coarse 4C. When you maintain it very well and make really nice hairstyles with it, it looks like weave-on, like attachment, almost like Kora's hair as well. Right? So if I decide to maintain my hair and call it my job, my hair will be very nice and I know how to do this. However, it is not easy. Like, can we stop lying? It is not easy. If you want to do a proper wash, moisturize, and put your hair in a protective style or just a nice hairstyle, it will take you the whole day. But some of these people are coming to tell you that, oh, it's not difficult. It's because that's their job. They are literally natural hair channels. They are literally natural hair pages. They are literally all they do on the channel is natural hair. So of course, you're going to be saying it's easy to maintain, it's easy to do. It is not easy. Okay? Now, note the difference between the two people I was talking about. These people are saying it's not doable because they have a certain aesthetics they are gunning for, right? While these people on this side, and I'm telling those people that it is doable. Now, these people on this side are telling you that it is easy. No, it is doable, but it is not easy. Let's stop lying. Especially if you have like really 4C hair. I'm not talking about people that some people come here and they will say, oh, my 4C hair. But when I look at the hair, I'm like, this is 4A hair now. What are you talking about? Like, I can literally see spirals. It's giving Burmese coils, and you're telling me this is in fact now 3C be that. And you're telling me this is 4C hair, right? Anyway, the point is that, and I know that if you wash your hair regularly and take care of your hair regularly, even the kinkiest of 4C hair will not be that bad to maintain, right? It will be easier, but it will not be easy. It will not be as easy as slapping a wig on your head. Let's stop. Can we stop? Like, can we just be honest? It is not as easy as slapping a wig on your head. People say, oh, but you take your time to take care of your wigs. My wigs, this is coily hair wig. Let me bring it because I'm just talking too much. This is coily hair wig, right? Yes, the day I filmed the video, I sprayed the water and I put mousse on it. But this wig now, every day, anytime I want to wear it, I literally you see how I took it from there now? I literally take my hair, put on my head, and I am out the door. The only time I re-moisturize my hair my wig most times is when I want to wash it, or when, let's say, it has become very scattered and I'm going to start working on it. But on a normal day, when I come out from work, when I come out from anywhere I go to, I hang my wig. When I'm ready to go out, I put it on my head and I'm good to go. I might just spray it and do the hair like this. But I can't do that with my natural hair. Let's be honest, I beg. We know the lie to ourselves. I can't do that with my natural hair. If I do that with my natural hair will cut tire. Except I want to maintain dreads. But even with dreads, it's not that easy. You have to moisturize your hair very well. You have to be careful not to, add links to your hair, or, your hair to have links. You have to be careful how you protect it is a lot, is my point, okay? It is a lot. So I understand people who don't want to go through all of that. I understand them. So the point is, everybody just do you, okay? Everybody just do you, but be honest about why you are doing you. That's it. That's just my own. So in case you do not understand the reason for this, my whole talk, the reason I am giving this talk is that I feel like people are not being honest, okay? So just own it with your full chest that my natural hair is my job, is my business, or is my passion to do my natural hair. It might not even be your job. Maybe you're not even making money from it, right? But you have passion for natural hair. Maybe you don't have as much responsibilities as other people. Maybe you don't have kids, or maybe you don't have, or even if you have kids, maybe your kids are grown. Like, it's not easy. Do you know that I have 3 daughters, first of all? Maybe you have just 1 daughter. I have 3 daughters. Just my own hair. That's 4. If I didn't have a salon like Mona and Lucy to go and make my hair in, now so I go there, yeah. Do. And if I say, oh, let me go to regular salon, if you go to regular salon, they will destroy your hair. They will finish your hair. Trust me. Even some natural hair salons, I said what I said. Some natural hair salons, if you go there, they will destroy your hair. And that's why I'm very particular about somebody who specializes in children's hair, natural children's hair, and has grown her own children's hair very long, and has grown other people's hair very long. And I've seen track record. That's why I'm particular about it. If I had come here and maybe she didn't have a salon or whatever, I didn't see someone like that, I would do my children's hair myself, because I'm not going to regular salon, and I'm not going to any natural hair salon where my children will be crying when they're making their hair. I'm not going to do that. Then you now see that means that the time I'm supposed to use and rest and wash, do other things, and relax and eat or whatever, or film, or do my job, I'll be using to make natural hair. Come on now. Like, it's not easy. So yeah, it's doable, but it's not easy. And if anybody decides that it's not for them, that's totally fine. Yes, a lot of people that decide it's not for them, you have been conditioned by the society. That's the truth. You have been conditioned. Because what do you mean the hair that grows out of your hair is ugly? You have been conditioned. Me, self, I know I've been conditioned because I am more inclined to wear a wig out than to cut my natural hair out. In fact, it got to a point where my natural hair is this length because I was cutting it. I was literally, anytime I want to, wash my hair and twist it, I cut it because I didn't want to be doing that. You be opening hair, opening hair, opening hair, opening hair. Then you now start brushing hair, brushing. I didn't want that. So I started cutting my hair so that it's easy for me to just open it and just brush it out. I started doing that, okay? So we have been conditioned to like sleek hair. We have been conditioned to like long looking hair. Because my kids' hair, most of my kids' hair, they're all long. They don't look long because they shrink, because they're healthy, right? So we've been conditioned to like long looking hair. We've been conditioned to like Igbo people's hair. And all those people that will come and say things like it's cultural appropriation for Igbo people to be making twists or braids and all of that. It's cultural appropriation. Then when they now say, okay, but you that you are carrying bone straights, you that you are carrying Burmese coils, you that you are carrying, what's the water wave? Is that your natural? Is that not cultural appropriation? Then you will now see the liars from the pit of hell that will now come and say it is not cultural appropriation because, like, wearing a blonde wig is not cultural appropriation because there are people in Africa that have naturally blonde hair. I'm like, you are such a liar. What is wrong with you? Jesus, I'll get in and fear here. What is wrong with you? How can you lie like that? Yes, we have people who have naturally blonde hair, but these people are so few that it is not a factor. It's the same way we have actually white people who have very kinky coily hair. Yes, we have white people who have like 4A, 4B hair, even 4C hair, or at least people that are mixed. But we have pure white people who have, but we will not use that one and say, yes, white people too also have 4C hair. No, now, why you doing like that? Okay, because we have a sector of the population or a segment or a tiny sect. What was the word? I forgot. English has left me now. Anyway, we have a tiny part of the population that has blue eyes. You now say Africans have blue eyes. Are you a joker? What are you talking about? I know someone when I was growing up. I know someone in my school that had one blue, one green eyes, and she's an African, right? So because of her, I'll now say, now Africans too have one blue, one green eyes. Come on now, like, let's just be honest about this thing, right? So the same way you call it cultural appropriation when they wear, Ghana braids and they call it Fulani braids or whatever they call it or whatever, or they braid their hair or whatever. The same way you call it cultural appropriation, it is the same way it's cultural appropriation to be carrying straight long hair. Whether you're appropriating white culture or Indian culture or Spanish culture or whatever Mongolian culture, you are appropriating another person's culture because it is not normal for us to have sleek, straight, bones, black hair, blonde hair. Like, come on now. Why are you lying? Why are you lying? Anyway, yeah, everybody, let's just be honest about that conversation. It's fine. It's okay if that's not what you want for your hair. It's not what you want for your children's hair. Fine. Okay, like, I mean, come on, it's your hair. Even this whole conversation about, relaxing hair and all of that, I've seen those studies. I've heard those, talks about natural hair relaxers cause fibroids and some of these things in black women. And as much as I understand that, I also understand why some people don't care, because it's making their life easier, so they don't care. But because the moment I read that thing, I was just like, okay. Funny enough, there are some conditions to it. They'll tell you, that if you don't put the relaxer on your scalp, if you relax your hair like less than 3 times a year, and all of that it will not, your likelihood of developing fibroids reduced, right? Or even cancer. I think it's even uterine cancer. I'm not sure. That your likelihood of having all those things reduces. I agree, I accept, I understand. However, if there is a chance that if my child does this thing, or if I do this on my child, it will cause that, or myself, it will cause that, I'm going to do them again, okay? So even Texlaxer, the truth is that I didn't even really understand that. Texlaxers are actually just relaxers, just a milder version of relaxer, but they are still relaxers, right? So I feel like I have saliva in my listen. So I didn't understand that when I did them, and the moment I understood it, I stopped, right? And I even told you guys that, we're going back to natural hair. I cut her hair here, I filmed it, I showed you guys, right? So at the end of the day, it's what it is. Everybody do with your hair what you will, but don't come online and on camera and come and be telling the other party stories that touch. Akuko beautiful. Man be giving us bullshit, balderdash. You open camera with your full chest, be talking jazz, talking OP. But yeah, I'm going to salon now. Okay, let's just go. This was supposed to be a vlog, but I'm going to put out this video like this.